Hey guys, so we're almost finished doing our spring planting and transplanting. We've got a bit more to do in the greenhouse and the raised beds, but I wanted to talk to you about my favorite veggies to plant in zone 3, zone 4. We'll go through my top 10, and it doesn't include spinach and kale. Put up your hand if you like spinach and kale. See? No one. No one likes spinach and oh, look at it. The rabbits did. The rabbits put up their hand for the spinach and kale. No one else has. So I'm going to do a top 10, but they're not in any particular order. I just kind of wrote them down as I thought of them. So number 1 is lettuce. We planted it here in the greenhouse as well as outside in the raised bed. We love lettuce because you can start it early. You can come out, pick as much as you want, and eat it every day. If it gets away from you and starts growing too fast, well then you can trim it and feed it to the rabbits, if you have rabbits. Number 2, green beans. I love green beans, especially fresh. They are so yummy. And the great thing with them is you can come out and pick them and just snack on them as you're walking through the garden. And last year we put them on this row right here. We're doing the snow peas on this one, switch it up a bit. But over on the far side, you see the 3 posts with the metal and the netting. We're doing a small amount of green beans this year because last year we got too many and we had to can them and freeze them and pickle them and eat them fresh. So this year we're just doing a smaller amount to eat them fresh and maybe do a few extra as canned. While we're here, number 3 is snow peas. I love snow peas too, for the same reason I like green beans. You can come out and you can snack on them. They're so yummy. So this entire row, I think it's about 20 feet long, and we put the 4x8 cattle panels up to allow it to grow up either side. So we'll be able to come out, pick these, we can freeze them and use them during the winter. We'll be able to use them in salads during the summer, snack on them. They're so yummy. So number 4 is radishes. I love radishes in my salad. Grab them fresh and eat them. Basically you can come out, same as the lettuce, you can come out in the morning or evening, pick some, chop them up and eat them. What we did this year is we put radishes in with our carrots and here in our onions as well. Because what we read was that the radishes will grow up pretty quick, so you can start picking them right away. And then what happens is that loosens up the soil as well and leaves space to allow the carrots and the onions to grow up in the place of them, which is pretty cool. And the other benefit to radishes as well is, again, if you have rabbits, they love the tops of the radishes. So you can either throw it in the compost or, again, supplement your rabbit feed by giving it to them. And again, while I'm here in this location, I'll talk to you about number 5, carrots. Even though you can see radishes there, there's carrots mixed among those radishes. Also, over on the far side, there's like 100 feet of carrots. It's crazy. We have carrots here because it's almost like a staple in our house. We eat a lot of carrots. We can them, we eat them fresh, we put them in salads, we use them in soups, we use them in stews. We use them as a side. After you can them, you can mix them with butter and maple syrup. They're so yummy. And the other benefit, again, like the radishes, is the carrot tops can be used to supplement your rabbit feed by giving them to the rabbits to eat as well. Number 6, turnips. Turnips are another great one for planting early. Basically, as soon as the soil can be worked, you can start planting the turnips. And I love turnips because, again, they're kind of a dual purpose. You can eat the leaves, you can eat the roots. You can also use the leaves to feed the rabbits, feed your pigs. And if you don't like turnips too, or you grow too much, you can also use those to supplement the feed for the pigs. You can chop them up, mush them up into little chunks and squares and feed the rabbits with them. I like them because, you know, we can store some for the winter. They're easy to store. They're a great keeper. We can use them in the summer. And I also like making a special coleslaw out of them. So the ratio for my coleslaw that I make is 1 turnip to 1 kohlrabi to 1 apple. Mix that up, put a nice dressing on it, and it is so yummy. Number 7, potatoes. So So we're trying a new method this year. We usually plant our potatoes in the ground. This year we're trying like the Ruth Stout method, and we're gonna see if that works. We haven't seen anything pop up yet, so we're a little concerned, but we're hoping stuff will start popping up soon. Anyway, potatoes are one of those staples that we eat a lot of. They store amazingly in the cold room, so they're just good to stock up on. And the kids also love them because we'll do French fries with them. We've got one of those choppers, so we'll harvest a few. The kids will chop them up for French fries, and we'll do them on the open fire with a bit of oil in the pan, and it's so yummy. Number 8, onions. Onions are great because, again, we can harvest them all summer long. We can store them. We can freeze the green onions. They're so awesome. I just love them. They basically go in every dish as well. So we've got regular bulb onions. We've got red bulb onions, white ones. We've got more planted over in the long bed over there. We've got green onions coming up here. Some are actually left over from last year that just kept growing. We've got St. Anne shallots over there as well. So we try and keep a lot of onions on hand just to be able to use them. Number 9, leeks. We love leeks, especially for potato leek soup and doing quiches. So we'll freeze them, we'll use them fresh, we'll can them in with some potatoes and chicken broth to be able to do the soup. We've got some in the raised bed here. We've got some over in the far raised bed there. And one of the coolest things too with leeks, as well as some of the onions, is in our location, they will actually overwinter. So I guess they get great insulation with the amount of snow we have, and they'll start growing again in the spring and just get bigger and bigger, which is really awesome if you want those really big, healthy, awesome leeks. And finally, number 10, and Hickorycroft's favorite one, squash. So we just started squash this year with some butternut squash that we got from Hickorycroft. So from what we've been told, it's pretty amazing. The reason it is one of my favorite now is because there's such minimal effort that goes into growing squash, and you get a huge return on that investment of time. You can also start it early, it transplants well for us, so it is just a win-win. So thanks so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know what your favorites are, and if you do eat kale and spinach, let me know too. And I just wanted to show you this too. We just finished this. It's the new entrance for our raised bed. We've got the gate there. We've got the arch going over top. So we've planted strawberries at the bottom, as well as scarlet runner beans. So those are gonna go up over the top of the arch, and they come out in these nice red flowers that the hummingbirds love. So that's gonna be a beautiful entrance going into the raised bed garden. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. We'll talk to you soon. Love ya.